What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazik, aka Unique Mazik, the hardest working man in sports and gaming, and we're talking NBA Live 19. And I think things are trending up for them lately. They've been putting out some screenshots that are pretty cool. I want to compare the screenshots of the players that they've revealed and that 2K has revealed. So only the exact same players, okay? So let's take a look. All right, peeps, let's leave a like on this video as usual. That means a lot when you do it. Also, it means a lot if you subscribe, and it means even more if you click the notification bell so you know when the videos drop. So we're gonna start with Marvin Bagley III. We got 2K on the left, Live on the right, and we got the real picture of Bagley. This is a Duke picture, so it's pretty recent, of him in the middle. Now, one thing I will say before I tell you I'm gonna tell you which one I think looks the best on each one. But I want to give Live a shout out because in previous years, they almost never have scans of the rookies when the season starts. I remember back, I don't know which, I think it was like Live 16, Jahlil Okafor looked like Ving Rhames. It was just really bad, right? So they've moved past that, right? Now, I think both of these renders are decent, but I do like the 2K render more. I think that just his facial features are more locked in. The one issue I still do have with Live, even though you gotta say they're drastically improved, is the shoulders. I don't think that the shoulders are they all look like kind of slight and slumpy to me. But that's just my own personal preference. I would give 2K the edge there. All right, now we're looking at Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic, the rookie for the Dallas Mavericks. Honestly, I think this is one of Live's worst scans. Almost all of pretty much every scan, maybe one or two that I've seen recently, I thought the facial scan was solid. This one I think is a little shaky. I think they got the facial hair good, and maybe it's the angle, I don't know. I think they got the facial hair good, but I don't think this one's close. I think this one is clearly 2K's is better. But as I said before, Live has really taken some drastic steps. I mean, y'all remember 16 when they had the dude that looked like Sugar Ray Leonard for like almost every black person that was. It was just really bad. So I am so glad that that's not what we're looking at this time. At least for the guys that they've shown. They've already shown more scan rookies this year than they pretty much ever had any other time. So we know we're moving up. Next up, we got a person that's not a rookie. We got Ben Simmons, right? Now, let me preface this by saying the Live picture on the right came from a snapshot that someone took during, I think, EA Play. It's pretty clear, but it's not the high gloss, high presentation thing that Live has been putting out lately and that 2K was putting out all along. So it's kind of hard to judge these two one by one because one has probably been, really, took time to get the right angle and all of that, right? But that's it. I still do think that 2K's looks better. I don't know what's wrong with the facial hair for the Ben Simmons in Live, nor do I understand what's wrong with his chest and his shoulders. His body is just built very oddly to me here. And like I said, I have some issues with the shoulders, but it definitely is an upgrade from their render last year of Ben Simmons, but it's not as good as 2K's in my opinion. Now this one is the real deal on both, right? Both of these are outstanding, but I will tell you, this Trae Young, the Atlanta Hawks rookie, I will tell you, I think Live's is better. I do think their Trae Young is better, and I think the biggest place where it's better, it could be the facial expression, I'm not really sure, but the eyes, I think Live nails the eyes here a little bit better than the 2K does. Maybe they called them surprised on 2K, I don't know, but however it goes, I think the face is better here. Now, the other thing about Trae Young's face is Trae Young has a crooked face, like his face is kind of like twisted a little bit to the left. It's to the right if you're looking dead on at him, but it's the left side of his face. And I think that looks like Live captures that a little bit, that facial disposition a little bit better. I think theirs is a little better here. Now this one is DeAndre Ayton, #1 pick overall. I think both of them are good, but you know what? I'm going to tell you. And I actually think this is a little bit of a credit to Live. I don't think this is a scan. I think this is just a really well done render. But I don't think it's a scan. If you look at the ear placement, the ears are lower, and I'm thinking that if this is a scan, the ear placement wouldn't be lower. I'm also looking at the angle that they chose to use. This angle almost looks like it was so dressed up to kind of hold or hide something back a little bit. I like the lighting on Lives better, but I do still think that 2K has a little bit of an edge here on the DeAndre Ayton. And it's crazy to say this, and this does not necessarily mean that the whole game is going to be a visual edge for 2K, but it's just the players that both teams have shown, like the common players that they've shown. So far, I'm still thinking that 2K's is looking better. This one is DeMar DeRozan, obviously, just traded from the Raptors to the Spurs, and I don't think this one's close. The Live DeMar DeRozan, look at the shoulders. They're very, very slighted and slanted and low, and even the shape of the head is not quite right. I don't know. I think this one's pretty easy to say that 2K's looks a little bit better. Honestly, I don't really see that big of a jump from last year's DeMar DeRozan on Live to this year's DeMar DeRozan. It looks pretty similar. I think they definitely need to do some work on him to get him upgraded. 2K definitely has some players that they need to be upgraded. If I went through 2K's Legends roster, there are a plethora of guys that need to be redone in some way, shape, or form. Because as I've been doing this My League series with the draft classes, I've noticed there's a lot of bombed out legends in 2K. So that's something that they need to address. Now here's DeMarcus Cousins. Both of these are pretty solid, but I'm gonna be honest, this Cousins for Live does not look like a scan. It looks like a really good render, but it doesn't look like a scan. And Live for Cousins in 2K definitely looks like a scan. The facial hair is more on point. The eye set is more on point. The eye depth is more on point. Everything really is just is better. Even the heft of the body looks more, because DeMarcus is a big guy, you know, and I don't think that his bulk or mass is as represented in Live as it is in 2K19. So yeah, I would have to give 2K the edge here too. It's kind of crazy the way it's going. So that's really the last one that I have for you. You know, I definitely think and I know that I said that, you know, that 2K looked better in every single one except for the Trae Young, but I don't want that to seem that like Live isn't looking better at all, because Live is absolutely looking better. You can see the strides that have been made in these renders. But so far, in the ones that they both have revealed, I still think 2K's graphics are looking better overall for the model. We'll see what it looks like on the final retail version, and if we got some more guys that we can compare moving forward, we'll do that part 2. But this is Render Wars 2K against Live. You guys let me know if you want to see more as they keep coming out, and then obviously in the comments section, you guys let me know if there were any that you felt that Live looked better than, that, you know, different from what I said. As always, I talk sports and I talk gaming, and I always appreciate you watching. God bless. Peace.
I'll be weak. I'm rather unique.